Hello. Evening, good evening, guys. Happy Thursday. Thursday already, thank goodness. The weekend is near, almost there. What a day. What a day. Been a busy Thursday. I was in the office today. The weather in Melbourne's shit, so it was a tough drive home. And it's yeah, I'm just glad to be sitting down now and doing a little bit of flying. So speaking of which, I hope everyone's well, and we'll get sort of into it shortly. So I saw that the iFLY Max was updated a few days ago, and I'm kind of waiting for this one for a while. So to the point where I was kind of almost starting to look for it to see where it was at. So I'm glad it's been updated. I went through the changelog yesterday, day before, and excuse me, it's actually fairly substantial. So looking forward to seeing how the plane feels and what they've done, and we'll check it out. So also I thought, I'll do something different as well. We flight across Spain too, and I did want to use chase plane, but I still haven't configured it yet, so we'll do that. I'll do it next time. So we're in Flight Sim 2020 today, Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. That's 2 days in a row actually, and we'll jump back into 24 at the weekend. So we'll jump in and see what this thing's about. I quite like this plane, to be honest with you. I think it's great. I think it's a good alternative, or a good even substitute to the PMDG. I'm a big PMDG flyer of Boeing's in 2020, whether it's the 777 or the 737. But I do like this thing. I like the big screens. I think the textures in the cockpit have got a little bit better as well. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think it looks pretty good. So yeah. So anyway, so we'll keep an eye on this feed for a minute. So I'll show what we're doing. So first of all, we're going to do a wee Spanish flight, kind of coast to coast, from Alicante in the south. Popular Belfast tourist destination. I think EasyJet or Jet2 fly into Alicante from Belfast, but I know they used to. I did think about going to Ibiza for fun times and whatever, but we might do it later in the year, because we'll wait until closer to the season. But yeah, so we'll jump up and we're gonna head up basically to a place called. I love this airport. I love flying in here. It's a nice little approach. Wee short runway. As well coming in, and it's a place called Santander. So after the bank, that's where it was named. It was named after the bank, not the other way around. So that's where we go. We'll check that out. And yeah, looking forward to it. So we'll use same intentions for the crack as well, I think. So we're in a different call sign as well, which is I think it's Tom Jet is the 2E call sign. I was going to do Firefly, but I really love the 2E livery. I think it looks great, and I love that sweep. Look at that beautiful curve. It just kind of flows nicely in over the emergency exits in the wing. I don't know, it's just something about it. It's good. So let me just check this out here. Hang on a second. That's probably a bit better. What was that flying over? It sounded big. Not sure. So anyway, we'll jump into it and we'll get going. So let's. If anyone wants to fly along, by the way, let me just make sure my multiplayer's on. We're on the Southeast Asian server, I think. We're normally on in 2020. I'm normally on the Southeast Asian server, and yep, multiplayer's on. Yeah, Southeast Asian server, and we're in Alicante, which is Lima Echo Alpha Lima. So welcome to fly along. Right, batteries on the go. I'll turn the volume up again. The sounds in this thing are magnificent, and in fact, we'll just pause the music just to see what the sounds are like. So let's get the emergency exit sounds or lights even on. Let's also go. What else we need to do? So let's see. So let's get our logo lights can stay off during the day. Let's get our nav lights on. We want to start aligning our IRS, so we'll get that happening. Oh, hang on, we need ground power, don't we? So we need power to the tablet. Switch that on. Let's go to our system page, sim menu, ground support, and we want to go chocks on. They should have been already. And we'll connect our power. We'll do the pneumatic power as well. We'll get some ground power on. The APU pump can actually, we'll leave it off for the moment. Seatbelt signs go to auto. Everything else I think can stay off. Our climbing or cruising altitude is 13,000 feet. What? No, it can't be right. Let me check sim brief. 13,000 feet. Let's edit that. Not sure why that's says 13,000. That's a bit random. So 13,000, I don't think so. Let's put our own. We'll put our own altitude in there. So let's go 32,000 as per the default pressure thing. So 32,000. Let's generate that, and then I'll repost that. So I haven't put it into the plane yet, so that's good. We can go for our cabin and IFE utilities can come on, and we can start getting our alignment done here. So so what we want to do is we'll pop that down, and those screens are massive, and we'll go down into the FMC. So let's go position. Reference airport is Lima Echo. Wait a minute, clear that out. Lima Echo Alpha Lima. Our GPS can go in. Route, I think we're gonna go origin, and then our destination is Lima Echo X-ray Juliet. That goes in, and I think we can request a flight plan, so that'll pull it in from SimBrief. Just make sure we've got the same SimBrief. Yep, good. We'll wait for that to load. And while we're doing this, we'll get a bit of music back on. I'm assuming. Where are we at? Hang on. It's still showing as requested, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a wee second. Unless, did I forget to bring it in? Maybe. Let me see. Menu. Ident. Nope. Menu. System. Oh, initialize flight. Alright, that should be better. Request. Alright, well, we'll keep moving anyway. So let's go departure. So, as per our Navigraph, we're departing on runway 10. Actually, we're not. Hang on, my mistake. Let's call for departure clearance first. So, we are on the ATIS.
El Hernandez Airport. Information Tango. 0900 Zulu.
Information.
Wind 060 at 15.
Clearance. I just need to update my policy because I hadn't picked it up. So we go controls. Identity. We are TOM. Oh, actually, hang on. Somebody should have overwritten that. I will just go TOM. That's right. I didn't have it on. That's why. That's what's wrong. Right. TOM. Over to clearance. Clearance. So what are we? 77. Alicante clearance. Tomjet 909 is 737 MAX 8. Requesting IFR clearance to Santander with information Tango, please. I can't remember what information was current. RKO, welcome in. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Happy Thursday.
I am working on the clearance. Stand by.
Good. Don't call me EasyJet. Don't call me EasyJet. Don't say easy.
Tomjet Niner 09er, information Tango is current. Clear to Santander via the cutoff for Alpha departure, then as filed. Departure runway 10. Initial climb to 4,000 feet. Departure on 118.8 squawk 6262.
Just in case you can't hear it. Information Tango is current. Clear to Santander via the cutoff 4 Alpha departure, then as filed. Departure runway 10. Initial climb 4,000 feet, departure 118.8 squawk 6262 for Tomjet 909. Excellent. I'm happy with that. So I want to go. Let's hold the phone there. 6262. Right?
Tomjet Niner 09er, read back correct. Ground will be on 130.655.
Runway 10 on the Cato 4. Is what you give us. Ground on 130.655. Tomjet 909. I'm gonna struggle to remember that call sign.
And the first passengers are aboard the plane.
Oh, let's call GSX.
Hey folks, welcome to our ride to Santander. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage.
RKO, good to see you. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. We're on the ground in Alicante in the Boeing 737 MAX 8, which is the iFLY. Which has just been updated, and we're going to take it for a wee hop and a skip up to Santander, which was named after the bank. The bank wasn't named after the place. That's on, is it? Right. Let's go for let's get the fuel pumps on. Let's go for an APU start. Given that we're not going to be refueling. Are we aligned? I think we are, so we can get our yaw damper on. Make sure that's good, and we'll go for our probe heats and our window heats on, and everything else at this stage can stay off for the moment. So we've got 4,000 to set in the window. We want to get our flight directors on. We've done our departure in here. We also need to do our weights, and if I remember correctly, the weights are done over here, and it's a little bit awkward, right? So I think we gotta wait until we're loaded before we can do weights. However, I don't think the GSX is connected to this, so I think we might be okay. So let's go weight and balance packs. So we'll take this from Sinbrief, right? So our total packs is 187. So 187. And set. Yep. Our cargo is 4560. So let's go 2, 2, 2, 3. Right. So kinda in the middle on each side. Right. So we'll set that. Our fuel is total fuel, block fuel. Is 5078. 5078. Set and set fuel and complete. Alright. Let me see. We're going to a runway. Oh, sorry, conditions dry. Where's the runway list? Oh, you take it from the FMC. That's better. And then we want to go flap 5. AC will be on and the AI will be off. And we'll calculate that and it'll give us our stuff. Right, so that's enough to get our weights and balances done, I think. So I'm pretty sure all we do is double click. Yep, set that in. Reserves going to be 1. Cost index is 33. 5 on the planned fuel. Cruise and altitude 320. Cruise on wind or wind at cruise is 211 over 59. Top of climb outside air temperature. I'm just going to guess it and say it's minus 52, right? Let's actually see what it is. Usually I just bang in a number, because by the time you find it and all that sort of stuff. So and I'm looking at it on a different computer here, so actually I can show you what I'm doing. Hang on. I think I can show you. I think it's this one. There you go. So you can sort of see that. Alright, so we're looking for our wins. Here we go. So top of client wins. What did I say? I said minus 52. And we've got minus 60 at 36,000. Oh, 36,000? No. We're going to 32,000. So at 31,000, it's minus 48. And at 34,000, it's minus 56. And my guess was minus 52. And we're going to 32,000. So we weren't that far away. There you go. We'll take it. Perfect. Alright, let's get rid of that. Okay, what else we need to do? APU should be started, so we can flick that over now. That's perfect. What else do we need? This door opens, doesn't it? Oh, I can't go out there anymore because the drone stuff isn't working. The controller isn't working for that. Actually, can I do it this way? No, not that way. Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's not. So the passengers are supposed to be able to sit down, but GSX needs an update and I forgot to do it, so that's not going to work. Damn. So we look how we're getting on here. Alright, people coming off the bus. Lovely. So this is Alicante Alici? Miguel Hernandez Alici? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm assuming that's a Christian name. Okay. Alright, what's next? So APU's all good. Alright, let's get our just sort out our RV speeds need done, don't they? So we want to go in one limit. We'll leave all of that as is. Let's go 5 on the flaps, and then we just got to confirm those, and the trim sets itself. So legs page, let's close up our discos. And arrival isn't in yet, but for now I'll just put in what SimBrief give us, which is RNAV Z11, I think it is, with a BLV2 Sierra arrival. And then we'll close up the disco, I think we're good. That's it. So we're just waiting on our boarding to finish. I think it's just finished. Bagman's almost done with the bags, and then we can get our beacon on, get disconnected, get pushed back, and do our first flight of this evening, which is from Alicante to a big bank, to Santander. I think at one point they sponsored the Champions League, didn't they? Something like that. Right. So I'm just going to put a bit of a sim volume in on here, because the sounds of this thing are incredible, and I want to be able to hear them. So I will turn the beast down a little bit. Alright, the Bagman's pretty much done, so let's call for pushback. Let's also call ground for pushback. Santander, Alicante ground, Tomjet 909, request push and start, please. I call Santander.
Tomjet 909er, Alicante ground. Roger, sound check.
He thinks it said sound check. Santander, sound check.
Tomjet 909er, pushback approved face west.
Push and start approved face west, Tomjet 909. Lovely. Okay, beacon on. And we're just waiting on our crew connecting and sorting that out. While that's happening, let's go over here and let's go nose gear, shocks, electrical power all disconnected. That sorts that out. And we also want to put some terrain on the screens. Now you said face west, so it'll be nose right. Nose left, sorry.
Parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes are off.
Commencing push.
Lovely. There we go.
Things clear. Start runway.
Oh, start with it. Sort that out. Lovely. Right. Start up well.
The cabin is ready for departure.
It's here. So you want to go ignition, start.
Hey folks, welcome to our ride to Santander. On behalf of 2i Airways, I'd like to introduce our captain, MDA, and our first officer, Mert.
Oh,
We're excited to have you on board today. Our estimated flight time is just over an hour, around 1 hour and 14 minutes. Now, let's go over some important safety information.
Did I set
Please
camera views?
ensure your seatbelts are fastened low and tight across your lap. To unbuckle, simply lift the buckle. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the
So you want
elastic
to
band.
go fuel in.
Remember to put your own mask on before assisting others. For this aircraft, the Boeing 737 MAX 8, we have 2 emergency exits located at the front and rear of the cabin. In case of an emergency, please follow the illuminated exit signs to reach the exits. If we need to evacuate, leave all personal belongings behind.
Pretty sure
and
this
proceed
kicks
to the
in as a
nearest
big mad
exit.
drone, isn't it?
Additionally, under your seat, you'll find a life vest. To use it, pull it out, place it over your head, and secure it around your waist. Inflate it by pulling the
No,
red
not.
tab
That's impressive, is what I
outside the
remember.
aircraft.
I haven't flown this in a
Please
little
take a
while now.
moment to review the safety briefing
I
card
think the last time I
located in
flew
your seat
was
pocket.
my main pulse
Thank you for
flight.
your attention, and we hope you
somewhere.
have a pleasant flight.
Right, let's confirm the start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Oh, it's spinning up, so we're good to go. This is this one on the outside. I think the Boris sounds are maybe a little bit better. Okay, very good. Right, they're disconnecting. That's pretty much sorted, so we can get our generator power on. Seatbelts are on auto. Pumps can come on, packs can come on, valve goes off, bleed goes off, APU goes off, ignition goes off, engines to continuous, relight, taxi lights come on, and I think that's it. Do a quick controls check. And I think we're good. Flaps to 5, auto brake comes on, and we'll call for pushback. Alicante ground, Tomjet 909, request taxi please. We'll knock our TCAS on now because I always forget about them.
Tomjet 909er, taxi to runway 10 via Bravo. Bravo 1, Alpha 1, Alpha 3, Alpha 5.
Jesus. What does it? Right. Taxi to runway 10 via Bravo, Bravo 1, Alpha 1, Alpha 3, Alpha 5, Tomjet 909. Okay, so that's a fancy way of saying taxi straight ahead, basically. So he wants me on via Bravo, so first left, then Bravo 1, then Alpha 1, then Alpha 3, and then Alpha, that's 4, and then 5, so we're on this one here. So, it's funny that the taxi instructions. Right, park and brake off, let's roll. I think we've got everything done. We'll soon find out. Give it a little bit of a push here. So I'm hoping to do 2 flights tonight. I've been pretty busted from work today. I didn't get home until about 6:30. And at back-to-back meetings until 5 o'clock. From 8 o'clock this morning. So I am pretty busted. But I'm working from home tomorrow, so I think I'm working from home tomorrow. I'm planning on working from home tomorrow. That might change, but I'm planning on working from home tomorrow, so I'm hoping to get a good night's sleep tonight now. See how we go. So this is Bravo 1. We'll just roll up here. I have to say, I do like this. I do like this now, this Boeing. And it's good to fly a Boeing again. I've flown Boeing in ages. Give it a little bit more power, just get rolling a bit quicker here. Don't want to spend the stream taxiing around airports. Although that has literally happened before. The RJ trying to get it started. Might do an RJ flight after this actually. I haven't flown that in a while. Maybe doing a wee RJ flight from Nuuk to Keflavik, maybe something like that. Or Reykjavik. That's Alpha 2, I think we've just passed. We're now on Alpha 3. We're looking for Alpha 5. We'll get a hand over here to tower shortly. Slow down here. So this is Alpha 4 and then Alpha 5. Here we go.
Tomjet 909er. Contact tower on 118.155. Take care.
Over the tower on 118.155. Tomjet 909. Alright, let's park it up here. And let's change it. Let me just sort that out. There we go. And over the tower. So Alicante Tower, Tomjet 909, holding short, runway 10, ready for departure. Right, we want our landing lights on. Taxi lights can stay on. They're on continuous. Strobes can come on.
Tomjet 909er, Alicante Tower, runway 10, winds 060 at 15, clear for takeoff.
Alright, we're good to go. Clear for takeoff, Tomjet 909. Let's roll. Alright, we're looking good. Oh no, that's the first yawn. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. We'll get blasting here. Alright, let's get some power in. Give me a second. Let's go. Here we are. Just try and hold Set a line here. Jesus. There's our rotate. Hold the line. There we go. Just about saved that. You're up. Just about saved it. Forgot to set my VNAV and R now, so autopilot on. You do a left hand turn, and I'm just going to check. Where's that saying this? So it's a right hand turn. Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Tomjet 9er09er. Contact departure on 118.8.
Departure on 118.8, Tomjet 909. Alicante departures, Tomjet 909 climbing through 2,200 feet for 4,000 feet. Flaps up.
Tomjet 9er09er. Valencia departure identified.
Valencia.
Clear direct Vilna. Climb flight level 200.
Clear direct Vilna, climb flight level 200, Tomjet 909. Okay, so we're cleared up to 20,000. Let's do that, and then we'll sort out our direct. Direct Vilna. Oh. There we go. What's that one? There we go. Oh jeez, I forgot the auto throttle. What damn it. Silly me. Got the auto throttle. Okay, right, we're on our way. So we're look how good this thing is. Look how amazing that is. Look at that model. The lights and all. That beacon flash. Gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Look at this thing. It's just lovely. And by the way, the performance here is excellent. Very, very good. Ah, for God's sake. I got a stutter just as I said that. First stutter of the flight. Also, we need to intervene on our altitude. We're still hanging at 4,000 feet. Who was in there? Green Bullet, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Unprofessionals. Who the hell are the Unprofessionals? Hang around and you'll find out. Thank you, mate. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. We're on our way to Santander to make a large withdrawal. So we're in the iFLY. So far, so good. Question is,
Tomjet 9er09er. Climb flight level 220.
climb flight level 220, Tomjet 909. Question is, what's been updated? I don't see any obvious kind of things or obvious kind of fixes or anything, so we're gonna have to find out what has actually been updated. You know what I mean? So we'll see if we can get looking at that now. Right, FM series. What's this year? So 22,000. What's it tell me?
Iberia 211, mantenga rumbo actual 255. Vectores para la aproximación ILS pista 10 en Alicante.
There's 10,000 feet, so our landing lights can come off. Taxi lights off. Ignition's back to off.
Dear guests, we have now reached St. Albans.
We're all good.
Lovely. You can also enjoy our onboard Wi-Fi service. Thank you for flying with TY Airways, and we hope you have a pleasant journey.
So let's check out the update, right? So it basically says, so I think this is only the second update of this plane since it's been released, and it was released like, I don't know, September, October last year, something like that. Oh no! Oh, it worked.
Tomjet 909er, climb flight level 290.
Green bullet. Climb flight level 290, Tomjet 909. Green bullet, you absolute legend. Welcome in, mate. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. And thank you for the thanks for the raid. I hope you've had a great stream. Welcome into a little iFLY Max 8 update. Yeah, I hope you had a great stream and hope it went well. Let us know what you got up to. But thank you very much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Absolute legend.
Contact Valencia approach
And,
on 120.1.
Let me just do a wee follow here, because I wasn't following you. And also let me do the needful. I don't know if any mods are on, so we'll do this shit ourselves, will we? Green bullet 806. Did that work? Hang on, where did... Never mind. Oh, it did. Okay, it didn't do the thing. Didn't do the banner. Weird. Yeah, give Green Bull a wee follow. So, let me see. What we had? Hey, it's Greg. Is it it's Greg or just Greg? Greg, welcome in. Saki, you bollock shit. I'm really glad that notification played right before the knock. Who followed? Oh, here, hang on. I'm getting shouted at by saying attention. Just a second. Let me just sort this out first. Contact Valencia approach on 120.1. Tomjet 909. Valencia approach Tomjet 909. Climb through flight level 190 for flight level 290. Okay, let me see. So, flying into London from Innsbruck. Nice. Hey, it's Greg. Welcome in. Good to see you. Oh, it's Greg followed. Greg, thank you very much for your follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you, mate.
Tomjet 909er, climb flight level 320.
You were flying in the DC-6. Nice. That the A350. No, Green Bullet. This is the iFLY 737 Max 8, which has just been updated this week. So I thought I'll check it out. So I'm in Flight Sim 2020 because it's not compatible with 24. Climb to flight level 290, Tomjet 909. Excuse me. I think our final altitude is 330, so I'll leave it there. So yeah, really nice plane.
Again, your transmission was unclear.
Climbing to flight level 290, Tomjet 909. It's a really nice plane, and it hasn't really been updated that much. I don't think. I think it's maybe the second update, if I remember correctly. But it's a really good alternative or substitute to the PMDGs. Well, they're 737s, but obviously it's a little bit more modern, being a Max. But it is very good. I like it. I do like it now. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So far, it's flying pretty well. In the past, it has caused me a few wee issues on approach and following profiles and that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that the update has corrected all of that. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see. Over to Barcelona controller 125.675 for Tomjet 909. Barcelona control Tomjet 909 climbing through flight level 230 for flight level 320. Don't know why we stopped at 230.
We have now reached cruising altitude on our journey.
No, Saki. I was just about to say, Saki, when you did the knock-knock, the notification for the follow came in right before it, so it had softened the blow for me. F1 news. Oh shit, Eddie Jordan died.
Thank you
Oh, right. 76. Oh, shit. Eddie Jordan. Fellow Irishman, too. What a legend he was in the sport, huh? Okay. That's, yeah, absolute legend, wasn't he? That's sad news. Right at the start of the season as well, just after the first race. Wonder what happened. 76. So they're calling it a sudden loss as well, so... We've been on a world tour. Oh yeah, so have you been taking the DC6 on a world tour? That's pretty cool. So where did you start from and where are you finishing? He was battling the Big C, went probably in December. Yeah, I vaguely remember that because that was quick. Right. Oh wow, that was quick. It must have been really sudden because it says here he was working until the last time and communicating St Patrick's Day about his ambitions for London Irish Rugby Football Club, of which he had recently become a patron. So he was obviously still working at that point. He passed away in Cape Town on the 20th of March 2025 at the age of 76 after passed away peacefully with his family by his side after battling with an aggressive form of prostate cancer for the past 12 months. Wow. Started JFK 5 weeks and 300 hours ago. 69 legs total, and we're on 61. Oh wow, so you're almost there. Very good, mate. Very good. I started a world tour in December. So far we've done. Funny enough, I think we've done 61 legs as well, of a possible 129. I think it is. So we took a bit of a break from it because there was a few of us doing it, and we were flying all GA planes. So we started off in a Cessna 172, and it kind of goes up from there. So we flew in the Cessnas, we flew the DA40, DA42. I think it's a TBM 930 in there somewhere. DC3, I think we're going to be flying as well, and. What else is in there? There's a couple of other ones too. I think what else is in there? Yeah, there's a few other ones. So we started in Dublin, and yeah, there was a really interesting leg actually. So we're currently. Let's actually have a wee look at it. I'll show you to see where we are. So we need to get back to it and finish it. It's in here. Let's see, world tour, this one here. Yeah, so basically this is the route. These are all the flights we've done so far, so all the legs. So we did a 172, DA40, B36, that's the can't remember the name, but it'll come to me. The Cessna Caravan, DA62, TBM 930 is next. DA62 is next. TBM 930, DC3, the Cub, the Beaver, and then the King Air. So basically it's Dublin to Dublin, and you kind of go. At the moment we're in. Is that India? Where are we? That's where we just landed. Vietnam. So we're in Vietnam. So we're pretty much about halfway. So it's 129 legs, 18,000 miles in 31 countries. And I gotta tell you, coming through, I think it was Afghanistan or Pakistan, I think it was a DA40, so you're trying to navigate those mountains under really shit conditions. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. But yeah, it's a really challenging route actually, especially in those types of planes, because you know, trying to, like, there's a good bit of the regions that you got to be above 10,000. Some of those planes can't get above 10,000 with that, you know, that in that environment or that atmosphere. So it made for interesting flying, and what we also have a landing rate competition running throughout it. So if I put the wee banner up here, where is it? There's a wee banner I had running, and it was really, so we get a point per leg. So whoever gets the lowest landing score or landing rate per leg, they get the point for the leg, right? So far we had, you see at the top of the screen there.
Control, Sunbeam 6111, evening descending through flight level 230 to flight level 180.
So that's kind of where we're at, and as you can see, I'm leading. So I was happy with that.
Good evening.
So yeah, it's good fun, bit of competition as well. So we need to get back to it, and it's always a good laugh as well, you know what I mean? Now let's go take it back off. So, yeah, so let's see, that's the next right, yep. Throw the Beechcraft 18 in the mix for leg for me. That's a cool way to do like the competitive side. Yeah, it's always a bit of crack, you know what I mean? So we're so today it's just me today, and during the week I stream pretty much by myself. The odd time we get some people flying along, but the weekends are where it sort of all happens here on this stream. It's always a bit mad whenever my fellow unprofessionals join me. So this is so today we're just doing I'm going to do 2 flights. I'm pretty tired tonight, very tired after work today, so I'm just going to do we took off from Alicante there. We're still under SID, so we're just taking off, and we're going to head up to Santander. So we're only about 35 minutes from the arrival, and then I haven't decided on where to go after that. I might jump out and do something totally different. I might maybe jump into the RJ or something. See how it goes. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Out of our group, I took the lead, and they've all been using only airliners, right? Tortoise beating the hair, yeah. You doing tour in 2024? Good question. Started off in 20, moved into 24, moved back to 20. That's kind of how it went. Only because of the problems that we were having in 24. So I think that's right. Or maybe we'll start in 24 and move back to 20. Doesn't really matter. We can sort of do both. I would love to join. Got home from work totally cooked. Put on a 17.5-hour Singapore to KAUS to let it run overnight. So I gotta show you something, Saki. So I asked the Firefly admin team to create me 2 ad hoc missions that I'm probably the only one gonna fly. Look at these. Project Sunrise Mad Haul. So not a long haul or a super long haul, a mad haul. So there's one here, look at this here. Melbourne International to Kennedy International, 9,000 nautical miles. So the idea was to do this in the A350, and the funny thing about it is, in the sim, the A350 won't even make it. You have to like drop all the weights and really plan it out. But yeah, so I'm gonna run that probably over the weekend, and at some point I'll see how we go. Yeah, you must be racking up the points for Q Virtual for that, mate. Who was that on me? So contact Seville Control on 126.43 for Tomjet 909. Seville Control, good morning. Tomjet 1, correction, Tomjet 909, crew flight level 320. I'm not tired. I can't even remember what I was going to say. I got home from work totally quick. Yeah, mate. So I back-to-back meetings all day from 8 o'clock this morning, which is not unusual for me. So I was in the office at about about 8 o'clock, just before 8 o'clock. It was 8:45, time for coffee. And then went into the meeting room and off I went. And it was just back-to-backs all day. And then I had the weather was really shit. I didn't get away until after 5, and then the weather was really shit. Coming home as well with like a bit of a torrential downpour, to the point where I couldn't see a thing at one point. It was really like I had to slow down. It was terrible. And I'm Irish, like I'm used to driving in rain, but this was like visibility 0, you know what I mean? I almost put my fog lights on. It was that bad. Anyway, got home and had something to eat, and I sat down and I went, no, I can't sit down. I'll fall asleep. So I said I would be on, so I'll come up and I'll jump on, which I did. That's why I started early. Yep. And I also can't help myself. I love flying at night as well. iFLY2020. I want it to work. It just doesn't for now. Yeah. So Green, but I couldn't agree more. Like I was on the beta, off the beta. I moved back to 2020 for a little while, because 24 wasn't working. So no problem. Next move is to figure out to get into is ATC. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Did I turn my lights off? Yeah, I did. Yeah, so it was a mad day today. But tomorrow we're busy, but it won't be as bad. And I'm going to stay home tomorrow. I wasn't going to. I was actually going to go to the office tomorrow, but after today, I just went, you know what? I'm not really expected to be in on Fridays, unless something's happening or I have to be in. So if I'm not expected to be in, I'm not going to bother going in. Especially whenever I'm sort of moving more into the office now, 4 days a week again. So Monday through Thursday, I'll be back on, you know, or back in, I suppose. So we're on our way. We're doing all right. We're not even halfway there. We've only got 30 minutes to go, so we're absolutely brilliant. And I think we've got a crosswind, so which will turn into a headwind shortly when we make our left-hand turn up here. It's interesting. Yes. So before we got the raid, I was going to check out. Check out the updates, wasn't I? So I sort of skimmed through this the other day, but I want to sort of read it again properly. So basically, so if you don't have this is $69.95 over on iFLY's website. I think you download it through a separate client, and then you run a little app as well. I'm conditioned to 3 office days a week now. I think it'd kill me if I had to do more than that. Yeah, so pretty much all of last year I did 3 days a week, and see, to be honest with you, mate, as much as I love working from home and being able to, you know, work from home and have that flexibility, which to be honest with you, I've always had. Like I had that even before COVID. I used to work from home once a week anyway, and before COVID, and then ironically during COVID I started working in the office more just to get out of the house because I had a permit and stuff to go in. But if I'm away from the office for too long, or if I'm not in an office for too long, shit just falls apart. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes it easier for me just to go in, you know. But I can still go in late and leave early and all that sort of stuff, you know. Because I can do my job remotely. Like I can work from anywhere. So yeah, I just like that kind of consistency and stability, I guess, or rhythm, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it is tough. It is tough sometimes. Although I'll tell you one thing though, the days of getting up at 5 a.m. or 4:30 in the morning and traveling once a week are over. So I've cut my travel away back. I used to travel every week. Up and down to Sydney, up and down to Adelaide, up and down to everywhere, and I'm glad that's done. Well, done for a while. I've kind of cut my travel back to like maybe once or twice a month now, so thank God. Actually, speaking of which, I think I'm away in a couple. Next trip is in May, so that's not too bad. But yeah. Anyway, right. So iFLY. Right. So I wanted to check out the changelog. So basically, look at this changelog. Like that's huge. Now, in terms of the detail or the quality of the changelog, like, I don't know. I guess an interesting one. CPU keyboard J triggers the animation of the letter A. I'd never actually noticed that. EFB airport map to freeze the aircraft. Right, okay. Like yaw damper light delay increased from 2 to 3 seconds. I mean, okay. Don't know why it's at the top. I'm not really sure what the order of this is, but interesting. I'm not going to read all of it out. I'm just going to pick out some of the, you know, some of the interesting ones. Again, time delay between selecting GNT and the start valve open. So some of these are very minor updates, obviously. So one of the things I'd noticed, there was definitely an issue with this plane in terms of like ILS capture and stuff. Sometimes that didn't work, so I'm wondering if they've addressed that. Like, it is a huge update. Flight path symbol in flight. This is depicted as a gull wing symbol in our aircraft. That might be an option. I've never seen any video images from any aircraft using HDS 4000 with any other symbol on the ground during rollout for a low-vis takeoff. The ground roll reference symbol has straight wings, but in flight it immediately becomes a gull wing symbol. Wicks and fixes, right? I mean, on one hand, you're sort of looking at it going, if you're tweaking the symbol on the screen, beautiful, lovely, everything's perfect. You know what I mean? On the other hand, if you're only tweaking the symbol on the screen and you're not looking at the other big stuff, I'd be worried. But I think that iFLY is pretty good, to be honest with you. I've never seen that in an update before. You know what I mean? Or no, it's not supposed to have straight wings. It's supposed to be curved wings. That's something I would do, actually. That is something I would do. Let's see what else we got. 15-degree pitch line distance for takeoff. Lure Q briefly disappears when meeting flight path symbol. Should not do that. That would be a disconcerting moment to briefly lose all flight guidance. Okay. Why is that? Almost looks like that's redacted or something. HUD is too bright on the dimmest setting. You should really be able to have the symbology very faint, barely visible as a ghost. I'm guessing this could be a sim limitation though. I love the commentary. This is great. Commentary on updates. It's you know what it's like? It's as if someone has responded to questions in an email and then copied and pasted it into the fucking release notes. That's, you know what I mean? Let's see. It's so good. Alright, let's see.
Tom Jetminer 09er, Civil Control, shortcut for you. Clear the air to Glasmo.
See if there's any other interesting ones. Like, look at this. It's huge. New sounds. Plus 100 call out. General balancing as per feedback at Discord server. Okay, interesting. Battery only power. Now I've noticed that there was no battery only power, so that's good. VNAV path optimizations. Look at that, 4 from the bottom. Lock approach, navigation source reference, takeoff, engine M1 limit not adhered to. TCAS missing message. So they have, yeah, they've done a few decent things here actually. What was that shortcut they gave me? Clear direct Gazmo. Tomjet 909. I don't have a Gazmo. Alright, let's pretend Gazmo is there. See what that does. Okay, what was it? iFLY, duct temperatures, no off-scheduled DES light. I'm not sure what that is. Thrust lever animation. Oh yeah, okay, so that's fixed. So that was a bug. That's good. ILS frequency course and DMA are not displayed in PFD until range. When NT is displayed, only the right side of the screen, the waypoint, MCP, Alt, Anti-H, and altitude in the VSD are not displayed. Right. Problems altitudes, yeah. Autopilot pitch authority, yes. RNAV departure correctly parsed. Okay, good. That's kind of what I was looking for. I always knew it was something a little bit funny. A few things just weren't working right. VNAV speed, yep, perfect. I'm pretty pleased to see that. So, and especially with the speed and stuff with the auto throttle and autopilot, it was always a little bit, yeah. Cool. Very good. Pretty big update, huh? That's good. It's good to see it. Happy days. That's excellent. See what else happened on FS Elite. Community survey, still haven't done that. New update. Autoplay Plus, Papatella. So release Shazin. Is it Shazin? Skazin? Where's this? Poland? Yeah, Poland. Yep. Cool. F4E Phantom. Okay. Dreswecki Design. Oh, what's this here? Dreswecki Designs announces Western Sydney. What? Sure, it's not even fucking built yet. What is that? An artist impression? Set to 2026 Western Sydney International Airport. YSWS is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 as Dreswecki Design confirmed rumours of its development are true. Well, I wouldn't say that the rumour of the airport development isn't. You know what I mean? Like, we knew it was coming. Yeah, how goes that? Yes, that's cool. And I thought they were releasing it. I'm sort of looking at it. I was reading on it going, what? So I'm assuming they've taken the artist's impressions and started the model from it. Like, it's, you know, construction started in 2018, and the airport is set to become home to Australia's first fully digital air traffic control system. I referenced that today in one of our meetings, actually. I'm a fan of, yeah, so I'm a fan of their sceneries too. So I work, when I go to Sydney, one of my main offices, I've got an office in North Sydney and then an office in West Sydney. So I actually work in Parramatta. So I reckon I'll be flying into that airport quite a lot then. If I can. From next year. Just blew that water all down me. Oh, here, hang on. Make sure we're not close to our descent here. We're not. And in fact, we'll just spin that down. Yeah, they've asked for anyone in the know to provide details. Ah, right, okay. So do you reckon they're trying to just get ahead of the curve? Long haul to North Sydney from there, though. I've done it many times. Sorry, wrong one. I think going from, in fact I did it 2 weeks ago, from Parramatta down to North Sydney. So releasing in MSFS2020 to take advantage of Dreswecki Design called the cutting edge technology of the simulator. They say are committed to delivering highly detailed visuals, optimized performance, and an immersive simulation experience. The airport will be the first to foray into Australian scenery design, though developing a scenery for an airport that is yet to be completed in real life naturally comes with various challenges, and they are looking for you to help. Ah, right, okay. In their Facebook post, they write to ensure the most accurate representation of YSWS. We are seeking reference materials, including documentation, high quality images, charts, blueprints, and operational insights. Fuck, that's a big ask, isn't it? Interesting. GSX, is it? Very interesting. Never heard of that one before. It's definitely new. So they're developing an airport that's not even built. It's cool. Great to see though that we'll have a Western Sydney excuse me, airport out relatively quick, you know, after it's built or open, so that's cool. I think I might even try and get a wee invite to the opening of it, you know, just for fun. Yeah, very good. That's cool. Look at this joker. Get ready here. Comprehensiveness not getting into 24. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, that's 24 is definitely missing some Boeings. Like it really is. You know. I think it's clear that EMDG
09er, expect the BRB-2's arrival. Anticipate descent in about 20 minutes. Just say the word if you'd like to start down earlier.
20 minutes seems like a very long time. I don't think it's going to be 20 minutes. I've already started my descent. I expect the BLV-2's arrival. Anticipate descent in 20 minutes. Tomjet 909. Let me open up the channel points predictions. So above or below 200 as per usual.
Tomjet 909er.
I'll do it for, let's go 15 minutes.
Descent in 20 minutes.
Let's go for it. Seville Control, Tomjet 909 is ready for descent, currently descending through flight level 300. Might be looking to get system update 2 beta tomorrow potentially. Oh, okay. Excellent.
Tomjet Niner 09er, cleared PLV-2S, arrival into Santander. When you're ready to begin your descent.
Yeah, that's what I put in.
Descend, flight level 220.
Descend flight level 220, Tomjet 909. Beta release on a Friday? Yeah, let's hope so. It'd be nice to have for the weekend to give it a bit of a test. Hopefully it's not as bad as the first one. Like, Sim Update 1, the original beta was, you know, and then the update of the beta was better, and then the next update of the beta was like disaster, and then the public release was fine.
Hey folks, we have
Something else before, okay, yeah, fair enough.
started our approach to Santander. Please return to your seat
Yeah, hopefully it
to
does come out tomorrow, and then that'd be good.
The use of the lavatories is no longer
Because I'm going to jump back into 24 for the weekend,
cooperation.
and I'm hoping. I know the A400 got a little bit of tweaks. I don't think it did really, to be honest with you, but so they say. In the last update, I really hope that they fix the fucking sounds. Not just on that aircraft, a lot of aircraft, but I hope they fix the sounds, and I hope they fix the lights. I want to see my lights during the day. Like, I want the lights to be like this again. You know what I mean? Like, I love my lights, you know? I want to see them. You know what I mean? It's basically now where it should have been for release. Yeah, I think look, I would probably go a little bit further. I think it still needs sounds, and it still needs the lights, and I don't care about all the career crap, so I'm not really interested in that, but there's still quite a few, like the details of the LEDs and stuff still need tweaking. Like, I reckon Sim Update 2, hopefully I would say that would be where it should have been for release. Speaking of lights, you like this one? So my logo, right? My new logo, well, so I've had it for a while now, but where is it? Oh, it's on the screen there. So the bottom right of the screen. So I actually had, oh here, I can check it. I'll show you on email. What's this here? Check this out, you're gonna love this. Wake turbulence. Oh yeah, right enough. That was supposed to be part of the launch, wasn't it?
Tomjet Niner 09er, descend flight level 130.
Same flight level 130, Tomjet 909. Yeah, well, now that would be cool. Multiplayer fix, yeah, that'd be cool. What is this here?
Tomjet Niner 09er, please verify your last transmission.
For God's sake. Descend flight level 130, Tomjet 909. Let me see if I find this. So how do we call today? I made a wee call on Monday. I had another wee call today. No, wrong email. Hang on. So I'm gonna make a wee addition to the gaming room. Right, and this is the addition. Right, it's a wee artist impression here. So check this out. Check this out. It's a neon sign of my logo, so it's all lit up in blue and white. So that's gonna go above the desk. So can't wait for that. So it'll be ready in, it takes about 3-4 weeks. So I've made a few changes. So it's about 1.5 meters wide and about almost half a meter high. So I got to make a few tweaks today. So it should be cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of lights. Right, well, we're on our descent on our first flight. Not sure what we'll do for our second flight. So we'll have we think about it. I did try and get the A350 going in 2020 last night, but it wouldn't work. Actually, you know what? We might jump on a 24 and do an A400 flight. We're talking about the A400. Might do that. Let's do that. Might do. We trip around Alaska or something. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be a good idea. I just wanted to do a wee flight test just to check this out, and also just get that, scratch that Boeing itch. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought I banned that fucker. Hang on. Oh, I did. Okay. I forgot to sort out the auto brake there. Right, let's sort out our arrival. So we are arriving into runway 11, runway 11 on the BLV2S arrival. So I'll have a quick look at the map or the charts, but I think it's a very straightforward arrival, as you can see. So we don't need to worry too much about it. I think it's an hour and a half, isn't it? Oh shit, oh well. Or is it actually, does it take us around the coast? Did I say 1-1? What's the Yankee? Okay. BLV, let me see. Oh, there's our BLV2S, okay, yeah. Just making sure it's the right chart. Right, so it looks like we're coming around the other side, okay. Yeah. No worries. I like this wee airport. It's a nice wee airport. Let me just have a look at the plan here. So I just realized it's an hour now, so there's no ILS to put in. We'll put the course in. Lovely. And then we'll just have a wee look. See what way we're getting brought in here. Where's the... Oh yeah, it's gonna do a turn back. Okay, no worries. Alright, so it's kind of like what I call the Bristol approach to the teardrop. So that's the way you go into Bristol and a few other UK airports, so that'll do. It's the first time flown around Spain in a little while actually as well. Don't mind flying across Spain. I think it looks a lot better than the other Simro. Such a great plane, this. It really is such a great plane. Pogsy loves it. So he does. Loves it. I have 5 minutes to get your points in at the top of chat there. Oh, apparently there's a new NVIDIA driver out as well, with a big frame gen mod update. Must check that out. I don't get the notifications about NVIDIA drivers coming out anymore because I've been the oops, ignore that. That was my knee. I've been the NVIDIA app.
Niner, 09er, contact Santander, approach on 118.375.
Santander approach on 118.375, Tomjet 909. Santander approach, good morning, Tomjet 909, descending through, flight level 150 for 3,000 feet. Is that 3,000 feet in the chart, didn't it? Oh, it didn't, 1,800.
Tomjet 909er, Santander approach identified. Saludos, expect the RNAV Yankee runway 11 approach into Santander.
That's what I was expecting. Expect the RNAV Yankee 11 approach into Santander Tomjet 909. Someone, Green Bullet mentioned earlier on. I'm not sure if he's still here, but you mentioned about ATC. I'm using Say Intentions, which is basically AI UTC, ATC. Fuck, I can't talk tonight. I've been talking all day. Yeah, so it's AI ATC. This is it here, right? So they're cracking it a lot, and it runs really well. It's great. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. Keep banging stuff. But you've got the this here Learning Center. You've got that's right. You've got all sorts of features and stuff in it. It's pretty cool. And you can set it to multiplayer traffic and all that sort of thing, so that's great. Here, question for you, Saki. Have you ever tried Aveo or iVeo? I've never tried it. Apparently it's like the friendly VATSIM. apparently it's not as serious as VATSIM. I might give it a go, just see what it's like. Never, yeah, I might actually. I think it's. I think it's free because I know Pilot Edge. Pilot Edge isn't free. I think that's expensive actually. A busy time is 20 people on the network. Holy shit! Jesus, more than saying attentions. I might. Let's have a look at it, right? I will. Yeah. I'll just put MSFS on those. Oh, here we go. International Virtual Aviation Organization. I've never looked at it. It's very VATSIM-esque, isn't it? Merchandise. Now, here we are. Network activity. Let's see. Current connections. Go on. Current connections on our global network of servers and the peak current connections for the last 24 hours. So the peak was 797 and 367. So in comparison to VATSIM, this will be a laugh. In comparison to VATSIM, 819 connections, 760 pilots. So yeah, okay, so it's just under half. Now I know that's quiet for VATSIM, right? But just under half, right? Old not to add. Old not to. Let me see Disney. Oh geez, sponsored by, right? Let me see pilots, first steps, training, ratings. Let me see ratings. Fat fingers. Oops, not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. VATSIM's quiet at the minute, right? So these are real world ratings, aren't they?
Hey folks,
so I'm wondering how strict it is about your executive council. I reckon it's probably like it might be, you know, free and a bit more laid back, but I reckon it might be more strict when it comes to certain things. But I might jump on just to see what it's like. See if there's any difference. Training, what's the training like? Get the model matching. Yeah, it's basically just an alternative to VATSIM, isn't it? Be interesting to see what it's like. Alright, we're below 10,000, so let's get our lights on. Engines can go to continuous. Everything else is looking pretty good. Exclamation point predict into the chat for your landing rates, where you can win some twit coins. And don't know what you can do with them, but you can win some. We're all good. Alright, we're looking good here. Bit low there actually. It's interesting how Flight Live or Fly Live has only picked up, see the aircraft on the banner there, it says 737. Just 737. It's interesting how it's picked it up.
Next, 265, descending maintain 4,000 feet. And clear to the ILS runway 29, Iberia Express 17 Golf.
Iberia Express 17 Golf, contact tower on 118.105.
Direct Delta 071 Romeo and flight level 200, Beauty 715.
Beauty 715, climb and maintain flight level 270.
118.105, Iberia Express 17 Golf. Climb and maintain flight level 270, Beauty 715.
So the airport's just here. I think that's it there. It's a really nice arrival in here. It's like a wee short runway. I've flown in here a couple of times now, so it's a relatively short runway. It's not a really short runway, and just this nice little airport. So I'll tell you something I did the other day, and I'm sorry I didn't stream it. I should have streamed it. There was an achievement that came out for Firefly Air, right? You see this? This was a cracker. A cracker it was, right? So it's basically a bit of a tour of the handcrafted airports, not all of them, but some of them, in for World Update 19, right? This was brilliant. See, so the first 3 airports were okay. This one here, Fernando de whatever it is, that was nice. That was class, right? You actually go out to one of the Brazilian islands and you land at it. Lovely. See this one here? See this? It was this one, and I think it was that one as well.
909er, descend altitude 2800, turn left, heading 265 vectors for the RNAV runway 11 approach.
They were cracking remote.
Maintain flight level 270, GT 715.
They were cracking remote approaches. Like really class. Turn left 265, descent 2800 for the RNAV 11 approach. Tomjet 909. I'll go 240, 265. So yeah, really random little airport. So I think it was this one here. I just blew me away. It was fantastic.
3500 Skyhawk.
Copy the traffic, Tomjet 909. Not that one. That one was good. It was the next one. It was this one here. No, it was not one either. Is that one? Yeah, this one here. This thing was in the middle of nowhere in Guyana. Like just middle of nowhere on a mountain top on a ridge. And there was this like big valley down below. It was a belter of an arrival, and it was in the nestled in these like trees and stuff as well. So I flew the A400 into it badly, but it was an absolute belter. What was my landing rate?
ATR 347. Good afternoon.
247. Not too bad. 247, not too bad. But yeah, absolute cracker.
ATR 347. Santander approach identified.
Do you know what I've really stupidly done there? I have very stupidly set my heading and forgot to hit heading select, and when we were turning left, I thought we were turning to the heading.
Turn left, heading 250.
Let's ignore that. Let's just do our swing and turn. Or swing and land, is it? Let's have a look. Let's go flaps. This might be a quick landing, is it? What's the runway?
Tomjet 909er, contact Santander Tower on 118.105.
Gear down. Over the tower on 118.105. Tomjet 909. Couldn't do that in FATSIM. Let's go another notch of flaps. And let's get descending. Don't let me do that. Hang on. Lovely. In fact, I'll just take it myself.
Unable.
Right, where's the runway? Not actually seeing it here. Oh, it's over here. See it now. Santander Tower. Tomjet 909 inbound for the Arnav Yankee 1-1 approach at 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Didn't quite line this one up properly because I totally fucked it up, but here we go.
Tomjet 909, Santander Tower, roger. Continue Arnav Yankee approach to runway 11.
Sure about that 165, Saki?
Tomjet 909, Santander
156.
Tower. Traffic at your 12 o'clock, 2 miles. Same altitude Skyhawk.
500.
Copy the traffic. Tomjet 909. Here we go.
400. 300.
Yeah. We're approaching this thing like a fighter jet. It worked. That was my fault though, like I didn't follow my instructions.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Here we go.
10.
Might have been a little bit heavy. Yeah, I think it was a little bit heavy. How can the clap here? What do we get? 219. Fuck me. 219. Well, considering the approach, we'll take it.
Tower, foiling 1590. Ready for ILS approach runway 29er.
We'll take that.
Tomjet 909, contact ground on 121.705.
APU on, strobes off. Sorry about the points there, Saki. Would you want the land rate? So you get 500 Twitcoin.
The pilot did an excellent job. I'd say it was an 8 out of 10. Welcome
Which I
to
will
Cedar
sort of feel
Ballesteros
now.
Santander Airport. The weather here is quite
So
pleasant.
welcome
The
to
temperature
Santander.
is
I think it's a cracking little airport. I can't remember if this was handcrafted or payware, but I'm pretty sure there might be both
Thank you
options.
for flying with 2i Airways today. On behalf of Captain MDA, First Officer Murph, and the entire crew, we wish you a wonderful stay in Santander.
We'll roll on to the next one. Look at this thing. Where are you a second? Let's see. Let's pause here for a second. I didn't change over the ground, did I? That's right. No, 9. There you go, Sagi. A few points for you. Haven't figured out what to do with him yet, but hold on to him. Right, so let's find somewhere to park. Right in there would be the obvious choice. Let's go turn lights off, get our APU. Oh, hang on, I thought we started APU. No, we didn't. We did. Fuck me, what way is this? Parking? Let's park like this, just for fun. Lovely. I don't know what to do with mine. I was thinking like maybe, I don't know what, somebody make sense of that bullshit. Is this underground?
Foiling 1590.
Fuck's sake. I think I'm supposed to be over here, that way. But anyway.
Vueling
This is the
15900.
new web parking
Welcome to
here.
Santander. Contact ground on 121 deck.
Let's shut him up. Yeah, what was I had in mind? I had something in mind the other day to do with it. Why is my AP not coming on? Alright, let's connect our ground power, given that APU is not coming on. Well, I don't think it's on. And yes, the merch stuff. Yes. So I need to fix that up. Oh, we were on APU. The merch stuff, and there's a few other things I've got in mind now as well. So I started getting some ideas. So I'm definitely going to fix it up anyway. There we go. Welcome to Santander. I would fly the drone around, but I actually broke it. I broke it the other day, the drone. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Chase plane broke it on me. But yeah, I'm assuming this is payware. That wouldn't be handcrafted, but it's it's nice. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. So there you go. There's the iFLY. I'm happy with that now. That was nice. Enjoyed that. And I think that came off. It did.
Surprise, motherfucker.
RKO, welcome back. Assuming that you had left. And let's turn that off. That can stay on there. So there we go. Nicely playing. Love it. Absolutely love it. Update seems to have done well. I fucked up the approach because when I put the vectors into the heading, I forgot to hit heading mode and it was turning, and I thought, anyway, fucked it up. But it still flies like a fighter jet, so that's good news. Right, let's jump out. I'm thinking we'll jump into 24 and do a little bit of we'll do an A400 flight. I reckon we should do that. Right, points, sorted the points. So just confirming our landing rate, by the way. Yeah, -219. And I think I get this. I get to steal the points, don't I? Yeah, points are mine. So sorry about that, Sagi, and anyone else who lost out. Right, what's next? Let's pick another flight for tonight. So I reckon I'm looking for Alaska. That's what I think we're looking for. Alaska. What about this one? What about Kodiak to Bethel? That sounds like an interesting flight in an A400. Oh, ignore that landing stuff. Hang on, I gotta turn that off. Does that when you go back to the menu on each sim. It's kind of weird. And let's go 24. RKO, what's going on? What's happening? I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. See how quickly 24 loads for me. So I've noticed a problem with the Phoenix in 24. The reason why I flew the Phoenix in 2020 the other day, one, I wanted to test out the McDo, which is excellent, by the way. But two, I had a problem with the Phoenix because in 24 because the app is causing, it's causing the sim to crash, particularly when you go from the sim back to a menu. It was causing a lot of issues. RKO, thanks for hanging around, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying yourself. So I'll wait until we load in. We'll sort out our banner. So we'll do one more flight, Alaskan A400 flight, and then I'll be back on Saturday morning Australia time, Friday night UK time, with myself and Big Boss and Pogsy and Nifty are planning a some sort of flight. I think we're on. I don't know if it's Saturday morning. Well, but I'll be on Saturday morning anyway. But I think our group flight's going to be. I think it might be on Sunday morning, which is Saturday night, UK time. So we'll play it by ear and see how we go. Yeah, we'll play it by ear and see how we go, because I don't think we've decided on what we're going to do yet, but I fancy the reason I'm not going to stream the A350 this week is because I fancy a wee A350 flight at the weekend, and I might do I'm going to do from Belfast for fun. First of all, Belfast isn't really an appropriate airport for an A350, that's what makes it even more fun, but I wouldn't mind doing a wee rotation between maybe like Belfast and Prague, or Belfast and I had some Copenhagen. That's what it was, Copenhagen I had in mind. So I think that'd be a cool wee rotation in the A350 to do. It's about 6 hours in total for flight time, and on our either side, give or take, for turnarounds and stuff. So it could be a good 7-8 hour stream, which would be good fun, you know. So if we do that on Sunday morning instead of Sunday morning Australian time, then I'll not do a stream on Sunday night. That's kind of the idea. And then for Friday, for Saturday morning, Saturday night, we'll just jump in and give it a go and see what happens. I haven't really thought about what we're going to do yet. My internet is shit all of a sudden. That's not good, mate. That's not good. I hope it gets better. And I hope I don't get stuck on 68% loading. Wait for it. This is a new thing as well. This getting stuck on 68% loading more data. Oh, that's fine. See the way it pauses like that too. That's yeah, they gotta fix that shit. Cause I started the sim the other night and I had to clear the cache. Saki, no worries, mate. Thank you very much. All good. You have a good night. Have a good rest, mate. Thanks for hanging around. I'll catch you at the weekend. Right, here we go. Let's go A400, and I'm gonna go in the US Coast Guard livery. I'm not gonna run Say Intentions for this flight. We're just gonna do the flight. And the reason why I'm gonna go US Coast Guard is because we're gonna fly out. Thank you, Saki. Thank you, mate. Good night. I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you, mate. Actually, Saki, just before you go, if anyone doesn't know who Saki is, please check out his channel. There he is there, in case you're wondering. Sackhead78, absolute legend within the flight sim streaming community, and you should absolutely go and check him out. Aussie AV Geek from Sydney, AvGeek. Where we're going, Kodiak. So I'm pretty sure the Coast Guard have a pretty major base at Kodiak. So let's go here, and let's come up here. I don't think I've got any scenery or anything, but this will be fine. I'll just pull that back to evening time. It was something I forgot to do there. Also, for anyone interested, jump into our Discord as well. We've just put the link in chat there. You'll see it coming through on the bot as we go. So our Discord has got a couple of other streamers in there. So you've got myself, Pogsy, Poxany. Hello there. Country Dad, welcome in. Good to see you, mate. Country Dad is the other one. Good to see you. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Having breakfast with you shortly. Yep, no worries, mate. No problem at all. Take your time. Yeah, jump into Discord. There's usually quite a bit happening in Discord. It's always a bit of fun. We've got plenty of voice channels and stuff we actually use and jump into, and we've also got live notifications for when some of the other streamers go live. I'm in the Discord server. Okay, good. Arco, no worries. Good man. Yeah, so you'll see whenever Big Boss goes live. You'll see when I go live. You'll see when some other people go live as well. So there's a couple of streamers in the Discord. You know what I mean? Right, let's get all this stuff on. Seatbelts, emergency lights. I love this plane. I really do. Let's go APU and then start. I'll let that start up. Oh, my mouse is a bit... I always forget how sensitive this sim is for the mouse. Right, have we done a sim brief? I think we have. So let's get our stuff all organized. What a machine. Welcome to Alaska. I always think Alaska looks amazing in the sim. Right, let me set this up. So we've got that organized. This is the Fly Live Studio that I'm using. We're going from PADQ, which is Kodiak, and I think we're going to PABE, is it? PABE. And Bethel. And our call sign is, we'll go USG 909. That's YSG. Let's go USG 909. Right. That'll update our banner. Yeah, it does. Update for Atlanta. Import a Navigraph. All these updates. Time to go. No problem, RKO. Thank you very much for hanging out, mate. I will catch you. I'll catch you on the next one, and you take care. You take it easy. I'll thanks for hanging around. Much appreciated. Yeah, my day's probably at about an hour and a half away from finishing, so I'm looking forward to having a good night's sleep tonight because it's been a long day. But doesn't mean to say I'm not going to enjoy this flight, because I certainly will, as I love flying this plane, and I'm really looking forward to a Sobo and any builds, giving it a good bit of love and fixing it up, especially the sounds and that sort of thing. So I'm going to set cruise and altitude of 30,000. It doesn't like going much higher than that, even though the sim brief is telling me 36,000. I know from flying this plane it just doesn't like it, so it will do it, and it will do up to over 38, but it just doesn't perform well at that altitude. So our cruise, flight level, we're going to change to 33300. We're going from PADQ to PABE, so that's all good. Our flight plan, we'll do that in a moment. Actually, no, we'll do a flight plan now. So let's go for a departure. Runway 26 is what Navigraph has given us. We're not going to put a SID in. Or sorry, that's what what's it called? SimBrief has given us. No SID, and we're going to go 01 left without a star. We'll insert that. Oh, hang on. 01 left with an RNAV, no star. Insert that. We're going to clear the discontinuity. And then we're going to put in our weights and balance. So we've got 89.9 tons of zero fuel weight. Fuel weight is 12.2 tons, 25.1. So it's 89.89 for zero fuel. Oh, zero fuel, 89.9. I think it was 25.1 for center of gravity. And our block fuel was 12.2. Alright, that's that in. Reserve. We'll not worry about that. That does it itself. Winds are good performance, so we just want to calculate that. That's that done. And there we go. Happy days. We're aligned. It's an interesting departure. Oh, is this the one with the hill in the way? Oh, it is too. Yeah, you gotta avoid this thing. Yeah, instead of taking off that way, for some reason they want us to take off into the hill, right? And then do a right hand turn past it and then up that way through the canyon. It's a mad takeoff. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but let's do it anyway for fun. Alright, so we want our beacon on. We're just gonna do a start on parking, and we're gonna get going. So our external park can come off, chocks off, GPU off or away. Let's go TCAS system and predictive weather on, and we're also going to go for a start. So master starter on, and let's just flick all engines up and going. So obviously that's not how you start this thing in the real world, but that's what any builds have programmed, so that's what we're going to do. Yeah, no lights is fucking annoying, isn't it? Alright, so final flight of the night. We've got 338 nautical miles to go. Not very long. A couple of quick short flights tonight, and then we'll be back for a couple of big streams and a couple of big mad flights at the weekend. Let's go flaps 1 and let's roll. Let's just make sure that we're good. So I think our rudders are working, which is good. It's got our nose steering wheel on and auto brake on, spoilers armed. Let's get a little bit of throttle in here, bit of torque. So we can taxi down to the end of the runway. Taxi lights need to come on as well, don't they? So taxi and turn lights on, and we're gonna turn on the runway and back taxi. So we might as well put our strobes on now and our landing lights on as well, and we'll knock our ignition switch and our APU off. We'll put our probe heat and auto anti-ice on, and we're looking good. Lovely. I've got a lighting mod for this, by the way, so you can kind of see the lights, but they're kind of broken from the sim update as well, so yeah, it's not really working either. So we're going to do this really weird departure out of Kodiak. I'm not sure how accurate it is, but it does make for interesting viewing, so that's what we'll do. So we'll taxi down the runway, back taxi down the runway, and swing around, and then boot it. Now the only thing about this thing is if you push it too hard on the throttle to speed up your taxi, it disables the nose wheel steering, and then you're stuck to rudder steering, so you kind of have to let it speed up by itself as opposed to just, you know, throttling out. You know what I mean? But yeah, the sounds in this are awful. Right? You can't hear them, it's like a whisper. So once they fix that, and they fix a couple of little bugs, and they give us a little bit more out of the system depth, I will be very, very happy indeed. There are a few things that they have fixed around optimization and what have you, which was needed, and there's also a few other things that they fixed, just a few bugs that was causing CTDs and stuff as well. So so I'm glad any builds have given it a little bit of treatment, but it needs a good once over, and I reckon it'll be really, really good, this thing. And just look how amazing it looks. Like, it just looks the business, doesn't it? Like, it really does. Like, see that stutter when you zoom in like that? That's optimization. Like, that should not be happening. And they did have that fixed in the in one of the betas, but from the public release, it's kind of broken it again. So back to uni builds, I guess. Right, let's get swung around here. It's not the easiest thing to turn in the world, to be fair. It is a bit of a big boy. Look at this for a takeoff. Right in toward a mountain. Exactly what you're not supposed to do. But you know what? We're going to do it. Alright, let's get ourselves lined up. Alright, here we go. We'll just just check something. Alright, let's go. So there you go. So the noseway is disabled already because I've went beyond a certain threshold on the throttle. And we are rolling. 120 to rotate speed. And rotate. Let me see how close to this thing we come. You're up. So if you want to follow that green line on my MFD, look. I'm just going to half fly this at the moment. Wow, we might be a bit close here. Look at this. I'm following the departure, look. Ridiculous. Alright, I cut the corner a little bit, but I had to. Autopilot on. There we go. Flaps up. Power set. That's such a mad departure. But it looks cool, doesn't it? So when I flew out of here last, this was just all snow. A few months ago. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. What a machine. Bye bye Kodiak. What's this thing? Oh, would you look at that coming up out of the clouds and all. Yes. Look how amazing that looks. Wow. Looks incredible. What a machine. AJ, welcome back. Good to see you. What is going on? We have just taken off. We're in Flight Sim 2024. We were in Flight Sim 2020, and we checked out the iFLY Max 8 update and did a quick flight across Spain from Alicante to Santander. And now I've literally just jumped into 24 into the A400, and I've just taken off out of Kodiak in Alaska, and we are headed to, I must update the title, and we're headed to Bethel in Alaska. Graphics look crazy. Yeah, the look, and I was just yeah. I was a little bit whoa. I always think Alaska looks amazing in the same, but it just looks holy shit, you know. It looks fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. spent most of the day yesterday trying to set up my Twitch again. Did a test flight, Ryanair 737. Let me give you a follow there, mate. Manchester, Dublin. So yeah, you're in 2020, aren't you? Yeah, I did I flew the 737 a little bit yesterday, the 800, and like it's nice to fly a Boeing. In my case, it's nice to fly a Boeing again. You know, really enjoyed. I really enjoy the Boeings, and that last flight, landing rate could have been a bit better. It was like minus 219 or something. But I enjoyed flying the Boeing. It's good luck. What was I gonna do? I was going to do something. What was I gonna do? Whatever it was, it's completely slipped in my head. Spent this evening having some Montar Simulator 3. Nice. Cool. I haven't really checked out those kind of sims, to be honest with you. Oh, excuse me. It's just been a long day. Absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. So the last time I flew in Alaska, which was only a couple of months ago, or even weeks ago, this was all just snow. Everything was covered in snow. Now it seems to be melting. What the hell was I gonna, oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to update the title, wasn't I? Yep. Well, I enjoyed that wee flight in the iFLY Max. It's had a good update, like it's had a big update, and so I was saying there that tonight. So this will be my last flight for tonight. So we're probably about, I don't know, 35 minutes away from arrival. It's not that long or far. It says 48, but we haven't reached cruise yet. And then I'll be back on Saturday morning Australian time. Excuse me. Yeah, back Saturday morning Australian time. And I can't remember. We're going to do a group flight this weekend, but I can't remember. I can't remember which day. If it's Saturday morning or Sunday morning, it's one of the two. And I think we're going to do an A350 flight. Probably from Belfast to Copenhagen, and then maybe back again. So I think that's the plan. If I'm doing an A350 flight, it will have to be in 24 because it's not working for me in 2020 at the moment, which is weird, but you know, one of those things. I love anything plane related, so it's fun doing ATC. Helps me get used to when I go on VATSIM. Yeah, it's good comment. So I was in saying tensions earlier, and I'm just getting too tired now, so I'm not going to bother with it at the moment. But I love doing all that as well, right? I love doing the saying tensions and VATSIM and ATC and all that sort of stuff. Our plane looks more detailed and sharper, actually. Would love to join your way Saturday evening into Sunday morning. So is that where are you, AJ? So I'm streaming Saturday and Sunday morning Australian time, and I'll probably be on Saturday night Australian time. Sunday night I'll not be on, but and then I'll be back on Tuesday. So my schedule is basically Tuesday, Thursdays 8 o'clock or sometimes 7:30, and then Saturday, usually Saturday, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Australian time, and mostly Saturday nights at around 8 p.m. If I'm in. If I'm out, then obviously I don't come on. That's pretty much the schedule. I think that's on Twitch. I think I've got that on Twitch. And if you're stuck, you can see it in the Discord. If you go into the schedule thing, I just update it every week. I don't actually post it. I don't send it out every week. I just update it. So this week I think I'm planning on doing a dual stream or a double stream on Saturday. and then the single stream on Sunday. And I usually decide on what we're doing about 15-20 minutes before the before we decide to do it. I was not being able to ATC, and it's really it really isn't good. It said double frequency weren't recognized, so it just stopped working. So planning on getting Sand Tensions. Mate, Sand Tensions is the business site. It really is. Brisbane, yes, thanks for reminding me. Brisbane. 1 hour behind me. Yeah, okay, yep. Well, I had a big Monday and Tuesday. Well, Monday anyway. So I don't think I'm out this weekend. And I think I'm going to stay in this weekend, which is what kind of most weekends these days, to be honest with you. Welcome back, Country Dad. Good to see you. Welcome back, mate. Just taken off out of Kodiak in Alaska in the A400 in a beautiful US Coast Guard livery, and we're on our way to Bethel, also in Alaska. With some precious cargo. So I oh, okay, you saw the takeoff. Yeah, it was cool, isn't it? AJ, no, it's not freeware. It's this is part of one. I think it's part of the premium deluxe and aviator editions in Flight Sim 24. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's premium and aviator, premium deluxe and aviator. I don't think it's in the. I could be wrong. It could be in the standard edition. I'm not sure. Excuse me. Hang on, I'm confused. Green Bullet waited us earlier on, but he's live.
I'm gonna kick my ass and finish that flight from actually New Zealand.
Okay. Got a few other add-ons enabled now due to more compatibility coming through 24. Nice, nice. What are the latest ones? I haven't really. You know what I did? I just went and enabled them all. And if they work, they work, and if they don't, they don't. You know what I mean? So we'll just do that. You know. Have the enhanced airport textures flying birds one. Oh, can't remember that name. Nice. Shit. I'm sure Big Boss will be interested in that. I didn't know that there was a flying birds enhancement. It was pretty cool whenever Sand Tensions injected the birds into the sim the other night there. It was good. Last week. Coronado plane seems compatible. Seneca V and Piper Arrow. So the Coronado PC-12 just got an update. That's the first time that plane's been updated ever. I think I could be wrong on that, but it's the first time I remember it being updated. And then what was the other one? I think the F-35 just got an update as well, and I think that enhanced airport textures, I think I've got that. I think that was updated in 2020 yesterday as well. Pretty sure. Free upgrade, yeah, that's what I thought. Enhanced taxi signs, but that's a 5 fine upgrade. I had the I think it was the black square real world taxi signs and taxiways for Europe and the US. It was either black square or someone else. I got it on Just Flight, but I ended up I haven't reinstalled it because I don't know how good it actually was, especially with all the, I'm assuming that it conflicts with the payware scenery, so and other freeware, so I just kind of left it. Bought it, it seems better than default still, so never wasted my money. I mean, anything better than default's not a waste of money, I'm telling you. Default is depressing, absolutely depressing flying the default aircraft or airport. I'm pretty sure the airport we're flying into I don't have, so it's going to be depressing. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll be back to sensing, get some water. Wonder why the lights were off. Where is he? I'm here, big boss. Where are you? I had to go get some water. Nick the Back, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you're well. Country Dad, thank you, mate. We are on our way from Kodiak in Alaska in the A400 to Bethel in Alaska. I'm thinking about that there. We never come back when we got swatted. Remember that? Is that still a thing? Is that still happening? Swatting? Mad stuff. Absolutely mad stuff. So we did our first flight in 2020 in the iFLY Max, which was it had an update this week. That was good. It was fun. No issues. And then I just fancied a wee A400 flight because I do like this plane, so you know. And yeah, I think there's a new driver update and stuff that's come out there recently as well, so we've got to check that out. Or get that installed for the next flight. Huh. Of course it does. I want to get the iFLY, but I'm waiting for PMDG to bring 737s over. I don't want to waste money. So I would say PMDG's 737s won't be available in. I don't think they're going to be available in Flight Sim 2024. Oh, I've never had that before. Bandwidth too low. Loading times may be extended and word streaming degraded. What in the world is my speed? Never seen that before. Let's have a wee look. Bandwidth is too low. Must be an issue with Microsoft servers. Because that looks normal to me. That's the first I've ever had that. Yeah, I think it's their servers, clearly. So anyway, I've sent the oh, sorry, mate. I forgot about your fucking 2.3 meg or something. So the 737. So send her the iFLY is good, right? I think it's a good plane. It's a cracking plane, actually. The 737 PMDGs won't be into the new sim until I'd say next year. I think it'll be early next year. It'll be 12 months, because we're going to spend another 6 months in the 777, and they're going to release the 777 at the right moment in time, right? They did say they're going to do 777 first, and it's going to be a while for the 737s to move over. That's what they said. So knowing PMDG's speed and fashion and everything else, like, they're not going to give it away. They're gonna generate more money from that, right? So they're going to do full price next year, the newly upgraded versions or whatever, and they're going to release it as part of their normal release cycle, which is effectively is one plane a year. That's what they're going to do, or one series of planes per year. And in actual fact, I think, what was it, two years between the 777 and 737, something like that. So I reckon that's what they're planning. If I was Randazzo, that's what I would do. Because he runs a business, mate. He does not run anything for the community. You know what I mean? And he's also got that kind of PMDG have got that stature that they can actually do that. You know what I mean? I'm sure they said it. Yeah, that was 777. No, you are actually correct. They did say the 777 upgrade would be free, and I'm thinking about it. Right, of course it's going to be free. They've just sold it. They've literally just sold it over the last few months. Particularly the freighter variant, and yeah, I think the 777 E. I'm not sure if it's the ER or the F is free, but I think they've also got a 777-200 coming, passenger variant, I think. And even if they don't, they've still got the 747-100, the classic. I don't know if they're doing a 747-400, but there's a couple of planes in the pipeline, 424, before they get to the 737. So if it's a 737 you want to fly in 24, really the only option available to you at this moment in time is the any builds default. Alternatively, keep with 2020 and fly the 737s in 2020. Because 2020 is still a good sim. I do think 24 is getting better, and will be better than it, but it is a good sim. Yeah. So the Phoenix. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I think the Phoenix have got issues anyway in 24 that they're probably working on and they need to fix. So I'm not really worried about the Phoenix too much, and the reason being is as long as it still works in 2020, then I'm okay. Like it's, you know, that's fine. You know. Right, what I'll do is we're just under half an hour from our arrival, so I'm going to open up channel point predictions into chat, and I'll set it for, let's go 20 minutes. So you can jump in the top of chat there for using your channel points to predict whether I'm going to land under 200 feet per minute or above 200 feet per minute. And I will caveat this by saying this thing, to land this under 200 feet per minute, is a big ask, right? I regularly don't do it. So that might give you a little bit of help there. There is a way of doing it, and I just have not mastered it. I have faith. Fuck me, it doesn't listen. Doesn't listen at all. I'm going to jump in and see if the Phoenix is going to work in 24. Yeah, check it out. I keep getting those menu freezes every time I go out of the Phoenix, or out of when the Phoenix is running out of the sim. Keep getting those menu freezes. Fuck's sake. Don't say I didn't warn yous. Know what I mean? Don't say I didn't try and help yous. We're gonna land over 200. Nah, it'll be under 200. We're gonna land. No, it's definitely over 200. Nah, it'll be under 100. You know what I mean? Well, I appreciate the faith. I really do. I appreciate the support and the belief. Let's see if we can turn it into a reality. So. Let me just where are we? Alright, exclamation point predict in the chat, and then you can earn some Twit coins if you whoever gets closest. Just under 200 country data. So we must be near top of descent if we haven't already. Oh fuck, a minute. Did we pass it? Nah, surely not. No, we didn't. Oh, here. What do you see this? Check this out. Organize this today. So you see my logo at the bottom right of the screen. So I made a wee phone call on Monday, right? I'm just looking for the email. Hang on. Right, we see this. So this is what I've had designed, and I haven't hit the button yet, right? But I'm going to hit the button tomorrow. They're redoing the code for me because they've knocked a few dollars off it. So so this is a custom designed sign, right, of my logo that's going to go on the wall behind the rig. And it's basically like a big logo version neon sign, right? Check this out. It's about 1.5 meters wide and about half a meter tall. Check that out. So take a couple of weeks to make it, like. So looking forward to getting that. And I said to them as well, do a good job on this one, and I'll give them another one to make, which will be the Unprofessionals. It'll be a lot harder to do, like, but I reckon they could do it. That was pretty cool though. So looking forward to getting that. So I gotta should be above an outside bar. Well, I don't have an outside bar, so it's gonna have to be in the gaming room. But yeah, I know what you mean. So yeah, so it's about 1.5 meters wide. So it'll be huge, like it'll be on that wall. It'll be perfect size, because that wall's about, I'd say that wall's probably about 3.5 meters. So it'll fill up a good portion of the wall. Just be nice big backdrop. You know what I mean? And then about 0.5 meter high, so that'll be pretty decent. Be pretty good. The only problem, so I'll have to get a camera from behind me or something so you can see the whole setup then. So yeah, so anyway, I gotta hit the button on it tomorrow. They ended up dropping a few other dollars. I called them back, and they've ordered shades. Yeah. Well, what you can't actually see is I have a ring light facing pointing down on me. I've got 2 spotlights lighting me from underneath, and I got 2 on this side coming in. That's why I'm almost evenly lit. I know there's a bit of a shadow of the stream deck's in the way, but the reason why I'm almost evenly lit is because I'm getting lit from all sides. 2 spotlights on the left, 2 light bars, 2 on the right, and 2 at the bottom, and then 1 at the top. So I'm already fucking having to wear shades, to be honest with you. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll look pretty cool. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. Migraine Central North. It's actually okay. I wouldn't say it's soft light, but it's not. I'm used to it, so it's not blinding me. And here, look, it could be worse. You know, I could be running around with a fucking eye patch on. Like that would be. That's Migraine Central. That is. You know what I mean? I struggle to stay awake on the streams during the week as it is. You know what I mean? Imagine putting that thing on. Fuck, you'd be busted. Right, we must be near our top of the center, right? Well, we're still 60 miles out, so we're just kind of sauntering along here nicely. It's a pity with the weather; it's a bit cloudy down there. Oops. So, yeah, so 14 business days it takes. So about 3 weeks. From start of production to delivery, it's about 3 weeks. So a couple weeks time, get that in. That'll be cool. I might even have some Unprofessionals merch to show off that I may not have ordered for samples. So we're going to check that out as well. So we've got a few things happening. There's a lot of things are happening at the Unprofessionals at the moment. So if you're not in Discord, now's the time to get into Discord. You know what I mean? Because we've got plenty going on, plenty to keep us busy and plenty to be part of. How's the McDo? Yeah, it's excellent. It's very good. Haven't tried it out in 24 yet. Tried it out the other night on stream actually, on Tuesday in the Phoenix in 2020, and it worked. It worked really well. So this is it here. So basically, so obviously it's off because it doesn't work in 24, or at least it's, you know, I don't have the Phoenix on. But yeah, so it's really responsive. It is plastic, right? So it's like 3D printed. And you've got these risers that you can attach to the back of it, so it just sits nicely on the desk. There's two power cables in the back. You know what I might do? I might do a review video tomorrow night actually and stick it on YouTube. So you get USB, power only, and then you've got like a nice. These are nice like kind of silicon buttons, and as soon as you push the button, it happens instantly on screen. So that's one. And then this is the other. So very similar, a bit brighter actually. See the difference? No, there's no latency at all. See the difference in the lights? So this is the Boeing, and this is the Airbus. The Boeing one's a little bit different. So it's got buttons in different places relative to the Boeing. It doesn't have the lights across the top like the Airbus does. And this one actually does have a little bit of latency, but I think it's emulating the real world latency, which is interesting. So there you go. So yeah, I might do a wee review video on both those tomorrow night then. I'll stick it on YouTube. Probably on Saturday. Because they're both working, which I've tested, so. But yeah, very, very happy with them. Very, very happy with them. And whenever you've got the McDo running with the Stream Deck, with the radio panels, with the EFIS, with the SCU, it's excellent, absolutely brilliant. I see MobiFlight or whatever, they're going to be doing software for them to work with all kinds of planes instead of just the Airbus or Boeing. Yeah, MobiFlight are very good. So they've brought. I've got MobiFlight. They've brought out because I can use the WinWing SCU for this plane using MobiFlight, which is cool. So I'll have to check that out. I'll check that out in a few days. Yeah, if they can get software for one panel to work across the lot, it's funny. I actually think I would probably stick with the Boeing panel and get rid of the Airbus one, because the Boeing one is it's ever so slightly bigger. And to be honest with you, it's got a little bit more detail in how it's made. So let me explain. This is the Boeing one, right? It's also got brighter lighting. See all these wee kind of indents and stuff? They're all a lot more refined in the Boeing for some reason. I don't really know why. Whereas the McDo, they're almost like softer edges or something, so there's a little bit of a difference. Like, we're talking about fucking splitting hairs here, by the way, but they are a little bit different. And I don't know, I just think the Boeing panel looks nicer. So if they could convert that into an Airbus one, I would probably keep that and then sell the McDo, to be honest. Like, the blur on the camera is probably not going to let you see them side by side, but I'll see if I can give you an idea here. And the Boeing screen, probably about the same. Like, see the difference in the lights? See the difference in the brightness? Like, it's kind of. I'm sure you can fix that with software, but yeah. Anyway, if you sell the other and you live in Melbourne, I'll be interested. Yeah, okay, no worries. I'll let you know. I'll have to keep in your mind, because I'm not going to hang on to both. If yeah, it does look. So they're both physically the same size, but the Boeing screen is definitely a little bit Yeah, it's a little bit taller. It's a little bit taller, but the Boeing panel just feels like it's better made or more well built or something. But they're both very good. Like, you'd be happy with either or, to be honest with you. They are both very good. But yes, AJ, I'll keep an eye, or I'm probably not gonna hang on to both, so I'll definitely let you know. Stuff. Over there. Keep an eye on the scent. Yes, good call. Thank you. Ah, would you look at that for timing? Would you have a look at that? Where are we? Close enough. Let's spin her down. Good man. Yes, AJ, I'll keep you in mind for that one, because I've got a few other things as well. Like I've got the honeycomb yoke, the SciTech yoke, the SciTech multi-panel autopilot panel. I think the rudder pedals are broken. What else have I got? I've got an X56 Hotassin throttle as well. These are all stuff I'm not using. I'm gonna get rid of. What else have we got? Yeah, I've got a few other things. If you're interested. I'm interested in the yoke they're making, but I think that could be a grand. Which one's that? Let me know. I want to get a few of those panels. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. The Windwing roller pedals they've announced is mad pricing over here. So I had a very quick look at it the other day, but I didn't really check it out. Let's have a look. Next big purchase will be the Boeing control, but I want panels for the switches things. Yeah, so the Thrustmaster Boeing, stuff. Oh, they wouldn't be on the store yet, actually. Yeah, I don't think it is. I'll stick them in here. Windwing. Actually, you know where it is? I know where it is. It's in here. I read it the other night. Here it is here. Yeah, Thrustmaster Boeing column. I've heard some. Just be careful. I've heard some. Do a bit of reading on it because I've heard some bad things about it. So throttle. I'm not going to bother with this. I've got the Honeycomb Bravo. So that's no point me doing that. This one's interesting though. Again, I've got the Bravo, so there's not much point, but like, yeah, interesting. I don't know why they've got them separated, is what I mean. This is also interesting. So this is the Boeing, and also is it that panel there? No, it's not. It's the Boeing panel. So don't know. That's something I might have a look at. That's the 737 panel. Not really sure how I would mount that though. What else is there? 737 again. Oh no, that's a combat panel. Combat McDo, which is interesting. So that would work in this plane, wouldn't it? Oh no, this one's the big touchscreen. Oh, there you go. I have the throttle, the Thrustmaster throttle. Those are what I would like, but with a kid on the way, I'd find out just here. Just so hang on. Let's have a look here. So let's say oh yeah, let's grab that 127. Yep, 227. Like, 370, 380. Like, it's just not gonna. Like, it's just, crazy. $800 for rudder pedals. That's more expensive than the ones I've got. I've got the Thrustmaster TPRs. They weren't 800 US. They were about 500 US. They've got to be the most expensive rudder pedals on the market. They've got a big motor on the back of them. Look, holy shit! Delivering powerful force. Right. Oh wow. 4-speed back rudders. Shit, that sounds amazing. Fuck me. This thing, look at this bad boy. Now that, if you're gonna go Boeing, that's what you want, right? Full control column, rudders, like that's gonna be about $2 grand, $2.5 grand, I reckon. Oh, rudders sold separately, yeah. You can still fly Airbus. Yeah, you probably could. Like, my recommendation is to go the other way. Like, I would buy a stick instead of a yoke if you're going to fly Airbus, if that makes sense. If you're going to fly Airbus and Boeing, and you're not only pretty much always going to fly Boeing, and especially for like helicopters and stuff as well, you're still going to need a stick. So I would say go for the stick over the yoke, because I had a yoke for a long time and used a yoke for a long time, and to be honest with you, I used the stick for a long time too, but I do definitely prefer the stick. That's wild, crazy. But you know what, as a user of Wing products, they haven't really let me down yet. The only thing I'm disappointed about is the Boeing McDo, or the Boeing FMS or FMC or whatever they're calling it, the P3N or whatever it is. I don't like the fact that they have, it's only usable for one product. That's the only thing I don't like. The other one is whenever the Wing stuff comes out, they typically don't release a wide range of compatibility on launch. I don't really like that either. It takes them a little while to get going. However, that's because the same thing happened with the FCU. It was only, you could only use it for, I can't remember if it was fly-by-wire or the Phoenix, but it was one of them you could only use it for, and it took them a little while to update it. And then when they did, it was like, you know, Movie Flight stepped in, they could do it for everything. So, yeah, I just don't like that. But apart from that, everything else is all their stuff is great. So they've got haptic feedback in their stick, which is good, through Simmap Pro, which is pretty cool. Force feedback rudder pedal sounds interesting though, I have to say. Right, here we go. Look at this. We're coming down into remote Alaska here. Not that Alaska, you know, is a sprawling metropolis in many places, but you know. We'll work your calves and thighs here. So imagine putting that on with a Moza. I've seen the Moza base. It's like a $900, $1,000 base for a Moza. Now the only thing I don't like about the Moza base is it's too big. The flight stick's up here somewhere, but it's got force feedback in the flight stick. And Moza are great. Like their steering wheels in our class. I had landed with a bad crosswind. Yeah, Moza stick, right? What are they called? Wing rudder pedals. All you need is one of those haptic, you know, the haptic seat covers. Get one of those as well. Me doing flight sim would be like a workout. Be sitting like this. You get the chair kicker, you know, the seat kicker. What are you doing? I'm just relaxing. Play a flight sim. I'm so relaxed. Fighting with the rudder pedals. Turning the hobby into a workout. Look at this here. This looks incredible. All the ice is melting, see it? It's heating up. Right, exclamation point predict on your landing rate into chat for our landing rates. Interesting approach. I think we're right on time for sunset, or coming up to sunset too. Look at that. This is not real time, by the way. Ooh, hang on. Oh no, we're good. We're good. Nige B, look who's here. Nige B. No problem. Nige, thank you for your lurk. Good to see you, mate. I hope you're well, and I hope your day at work is going okay. Thank you very much for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Just while we're on our way into, we're just doing a wee flight across Alaska in a beautiful US Coast Guard livery. I love this livery. In the magnificent A400m Atlas. Thank you, mate. You enjoy, and I hope you're well. So spoilers are already armed. Okay. Lights can come on, I think. Not that we'll see them. So apparently Sim Update 2 beta is being released potentially as early as tomorrow. Potentially. And I'm really hoping that we get the lights fixed and the sounds fixed in this sim. That would be really nice. Because I think that the sounds need sort of so yeah, I think the public release of the beta is planned for mid-April, I believe. I think it's going to be a 4-week beta from tomorrow. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I don't see the airport. It's supposed to be here somewhere. So if I look at my little map here. Phoenix is working. Excellent. Is that runway? Oh, there it is. It is there. Right, so there's no point following the route in because it's not going to take me to the runway. So I'm going to do a left-hand turn and actually do a circle to land. Look at that. As everyone screams, no, don't do it. We have channel points on this. Right, my aircraft. You want to see the approach into the last airport? Oh, you probably did see it. It was yeah, interesting. So we'll keep the auto throttle on and we'll just spin it back to approach speed, which is going to be about, let's go 140. Now it is quite hard to see where the airport is. I think it was back here. Try and get slowed down a little bit. Let's get our speed brakes out. Raise the nose. It's gonna be an interesting landing. Alright, notch flaps. Oh, not yet. Let's go notch flaps. I'll leave the gear in for the moment. So I love doing the remote ops in this plane. I just think it's fantastic. Right, gear down. Make this turn. We're pretty much turning on the final here, so we'll just get our bearings and another notch of flaps. I think it's just ahead to our left there, isn't it? Alright, full flaps, and we're going to just bring our speed up a little bit. Arm our spoilers. Did I arm them? We are trucking along nicely, so left hand turn over to the runway. So nice to hand fly this thing as well. See the tires opening below me. Look at this here. So that's that. That was that. You know what that is? Let's follow it. So a wee mask around the plane, like. So that, remember that thing earlier on where it said about the low bandwidth? I bet that's what that is. That'll be the servers doing that shit. What do you feel when using stick vibrations, or do you struggle with turns, etc.? No, it's like haptic vibrations. So when I deploy the gear, when I pull the speed brake out, when I do sharp turns, and when I hit the ground, as in land, you feel it shudders, and there's profiles for different planes depending on which sim, and it yeah, pretty much the same as the ChartPad. Yeah, that's right. And it gives you, relative to the plane, it'll increase its intensity. So if it's an A350, it'll shudder a little bit more, or vibrate a bit more strongly, or with more velocity. Whereas with these, well, this is a heavy plane as well, I suppose, but with others it'll be lighter. Right, here we go. There's the poppies, and they ain't happy, but we're gonna make this work. Right, we'll start bringing our speed back a little bit. This thing lands at about 130, so 135 we'll put it to. It's not an on-off. No, it's not. It used to be just on or off, but I think that might have been a bug, and it needed an update. But it works pretty well now. And I just run through what's called SimMap Pro. SimMap Pro controls all of WinWing's devices, which is really handy, which is great. That approach didn't work out too bad, actually. So now we gotta nail the landing. Right, poppies are happy. So this thing, because of the short wheelbase, you don't flare it and land it like a normal plane. You have to be quite careful about when you bring the power and stuff back. So it is a bit of a challenge, which I'm hoping to get right. So we're just going to let it slow down itself. So I'm not bringing the power back at all. I'm going to wait until I'm on the ground before I do that, because I find that when you bring the power back, it just drops it to the sky. It's a big heavy beast like. So I got to guide it down and let it set itself down. So if I can, right now I'm floating at the moment. So here we go. Oh, here we go. We're touched. Oh, would you have a look at it? That was a bit of a, kind of a bit of a surprise there, actually. There we go, 192. Well, the tactic was right. I didn't quite make it look that good, but I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Usually what happens is I drop the power out, it just goes dum. Faith, well, you were right. You were absolutely right. So, country dad, well done. You got closest. And also, welcome to Bethel. Now, I don't believe there's any scenery for Bethel, so not even handcrafted. So, apologies about that. But at least we're down, and we've done a nice wee landing there, and it was a nice wee approach. So I'm happy with that. So let's go. Strobes off. Taxi, they can stay on. APU on. And we'll also go land the lights off. Right, let's see where we're gonna park. We'll go up in here. Still looks nice the time weather. Yeah, it does. So what's the time? So it's not live time, because live time would be dark. So it's set to 0333 UTC and 1933 local time. I think actual time is, there you go, 3:58. So Crimson Night, good afternoon or good evening. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. So we've just landed here in Bethel, in Alaska, and we are in the A400m Atlas, which is one of my absolute favorites. It's such a nice plane to fly. This, I love just taking it. I love just going on a wee cargo run in the middle of like the Nordics or Alaska or Russia, or like kind of like just remote places, So I took this flight around Brazil. I took this plane around Brazil the other day. I was landing in all these like really random remote places, and it was awesome. Anywhere snowy, yeah, 100%. But even the Brazil one, I'm sorry I didn't keep it for stream. I should have streamed it because it was fucking class. Right, let's get our chocks and GPU on. Let's go APU on as well, and we'll get our engines turned off. And it's customary to watch the propellers spin down because they look cool. There you go. Also note as well, I think they've got, is it 8 blades? No. Yeah, 8 blades. Yeah, pretty well. I mean, 8 sides. I think it's 6 blades, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty cool. 4. Sorry, not 8. 4. Right, that goes on. Taxi lights come off. Beacon comes off. APU comes off. Beautiful. Right. So that was good. I enjoyed that. That was let me have a look. So we did, we are -192. We will absolutely 100% take that in this plane. Let me tell you. That's a good result. Very good result. So that's excellent. Okay, let's get our channel points sorted. So 3 people had on the under, you get your points back. There was no one on the over, so you get your points back. So there we go, which you paid. And also I owe Country Dad Twitcoin. So for the closest to the landing rate, as per the I predict exclamation point predict, gets 500 Twitcoins. So and I think you can do exclamation point leaderboard, and it might show you where you are on the leaderboard as well. So let's see, give points. Let me see where I am. So you're on 61,550, so it'll be 62. It'll be 62. 050. There you go, done. Oh, you've just moved up a place as well. Let me get rid of that one. That's a bot. I can reset that one. And reset that one. There you go. Did that work? Exclamation point leaderboard? No. Oh, it did. Oh, it did. There you go. Cool. So Pogsy's top, Big Boss Robinson, Saki, Edelman, Country Dad, Jetty, Nifty, Dragon, Sid Squadron, and then Wrecker in the top 10. There you go. So that's our Twitcoin currency instead of Bitcoin. Right, I'm gonna leave it there because I am busted. I had a big day today, very long day. I'd only planned to do the 2 flights. The main flight was the iFLY, so I wanted to check the max. So that was good. I enjoyed that. Nice wee chill out flight. Bit of a shorter stream tonight, just because I'm so tired. But in saying that though, shorter stream, but good one, because first of all, thank you for everyone for hanging out. We had a raid in from Green Bullet, who I think is still streaming, so we might go and raid him back. Let me just have a wee look. What's he doing? Innsbruck to London, and he's in the air. Is he asleep? What's he doing? He's on his phone. It says Innsbruck to London in a DC-6, but he's flying a 777, I think. Anyway, we're going to say hello anyway. It's just for something different. I was going to go over to Tony, but we'll go and check out Green Bullets in the rated us earlier. And in actual fact, Country Dad, this was the closest to predict gets to pick the rate at this stage as well. So you can tell me if you don't want to do that, and you can pick someone in the same category. But we had a couple of follows as well. So Green Bullet followed. Hey, it's Greg. Thank you for the follow, and Nick DeBeck. Thank you for the follow as well. Nice, thanks for hanging out. Country Dad as always. Big Boss, Crimson, Saki. There's a whole list of people here earlier on, so I was really good. So really appreciate it. So what we'll do is I'll be back on Saturday morning, 9 AM Australian time. jump into Discord and have a look. I've updated the schedule. That's a wee cheers to everybody. Thank you. I've updated the schedule. There's the Discord link there. I'm not gonna post or ping anyone with the schedule. You just click on that channel. It'll just be continually updated every week. And unless you want to set to follow or whatever. And yeah, check that out. So 9 AM Australian time on Saturday morning is when I'm back, and we're going to do some flying, of course, as always. Probably do Saturday morning, Saturday night, and Sunday morning for the weekend, and then back Tuesday next week. So that's the loose plan at the moment, and that's what we're going to do. So in the meantime, we'll go over and say hello to Green Bullet and see what the crack is. I've never seen him before, and it was a bit of a random raid earlier, and then he kind of kept streaming, which is, I've never seen that before, done before. So he's only got a couple of viewers, so come in, give some love, say hello, give you you know, emotes and all that sort of stuff, and we'll have the crack. So on our way across now, guys, and thank you very much. We'll thank you very much for hanging out, and we'll I'll talk to you in a few days, Saturday morning. So take it easy, have a good night or day, depending where you are, and thank you very much. I'll catch you soon.